Mohammed Salim. It was indeed an honor for all of us, and I'm sure the listeners had a great takeaway on the points of what to speak and not to speak. So it's showtime now. I guess everybody can go on mute again if they've unmuted themselves earlier. So after that exciting last week's session where we had the first round of icebreaker speech with so much of variety and vigor, I'm sure all of us are excited and looking forward for this next round of icebreaking speeches. I'll request all the evaluators to stay alert during the respective slots, as I will not be calling out the names in the interest of time. But if you have to meet the evaluation notes, when the speaker is called, you get ready. For speakers, my request should be to kindly pin the timer, Gaurav Agarwal, before you start the speech. I'll be calling upon the title, followed by the speech crafter's name, and then the speech crafter's name and the title again, before I hand it over to you, and then you can start the speeches. So you all ready? So let me call the first speaker for today's session, speech crafter Sandeep Shah, with the speech title Destiny. Destiny by speech crafter Sandeep Shah.
I'm visible. Am I visible? Hi.
Yes, sir, Sandeep.
Yeah. Someone well said, dreams are like stars. You may never touch them, but if you follow them, they will lead you to your destiny. A very good morning, vociferous speech crafters, esteemed Toastmasters, and guests. Delivering a speech is same as delivering a baby. Both involves labor and creativity. I was pregnant for last 10 years. Yes, you heard it right. Last 10 years with my icebreaker speech, and finally I am delivering it. In late 80s, I was born in small town in Rajasthan in a big Marwari joint family having political and business background. I was blessed with lovely siblings and loving grandparents. The moment my uncle saw a boisterous baby, they started building their expectations. Oh, this kid will become a hockey player like me. No, no, no. Another uncle said, he will be a cricketer. The third uncle said, no, he will be a politician or a businessman, blah, blah, blah. I was shocked. I stared to them. Guys, please wait. I just born. Let me cry first. I was naturally good at sports, but very calm and focused on studies. So with all these options in front of me, I excelled in sports as well as in my studies. I was fortunate to play badminton and cricket at district level, elected as an SUI president in my town and part of few social organization and won various awards. But this was not my destiny. When I entered in my teenage, incidentally, I met an astrologer to whom I never met in my life before. When he called with my name, I was shocked. I got another shock when he told, you will be a chartered accountant in the year 2014. At that time, I never heard what the hell is the chartered accountant. Time flight, being privileged in born in Marwari family, I opted CA as my career as it was giving the best return on investment. So I moved to Mumbai to pursue my CA despite knowing the fact that it is one of the toughest courts where entry is through Gateway of India but exit is through very small window that is too grilled. But being a sportsman, I love to take challenges. In my CA inning, I started as a T20 player but ended as a test player. Clearing CA final remained one of the happiest and boisterous moment of my life. I truly realized the importance of being a bachelor CA with Big Four tag when I got plenty of marriage proposals. I tried my best not to mingle with any girl, but I got clean bold when I met first beautiful and gorgeous Sheetal, who is now my life partner and empire at home. We moved to heaven of earth, a beautiful and welcoming island, Bahrain, in the year 2018. My very boisterous son, Shorya, was only 1 year old at that time. We were fortunate to have lovely friends and people around. When my daughter Siddhi born, next day, my son Shaurya told me, Dad, I'm very happy today. We have an angel in our home, but I'm little bit sad too. I said, why you are so sad? Then he replied very innocently, Dad, because I lost half of my wealth. Once a Marwari, always remains a Marwari. On a very serious note, I want to become a billionaire. It's not a wish, it's not a dream, but I started working on it. Last night I bought a lottery ticket. I was fortunate to be part of BCICI committee for 3 years and serve the chapter. In the roller coaster of life, I have met amazing people and made many friends, learned many new things, and continue to pursue my love for my sports. But question is still open. What is my destiny? To conclude, I quote, while the world sleeps, destiny plans next move to take. My destiny has brought me here in front of you and thank you all for being part of my destiny. Thank you all. Over to you, MC.
Excellent start for the icebreaker. Thank you, Sanjeev Shah. Moving on, we have our next speaker, speech crafter Ankur Gupta, with the speech title Volatile Sprout. Volatile Sprout by speech crafter Ankur Gupta. Over to you, Ankur.
Am I audible?
Yes, very much. Go ahead.
Okay. Be happy. Keep calm and carry on. The only thing we need to fear is the fear itself. And thoughts of good health for all our fellow Indians and the entire world. This is Ankur Rajiv Gupta. Good morning to all the speech crafters and the fellow and the Toastmasters. I would like to introduce myself first of all. I'm basically from Nainital, the beautiful city in Uttarakhand, and I've been brought up in the milk city of India, which is known as Anand in Gujarat. Talking about my family, my dad retired from Gujarat government, and he's a civil engineer, passed out from NIT Surat. My mom, whom I admire the most in my life, is a homemaker. I am a chartered accountant by qualification and also an MBA finance, passed out in 2008. Now, if somebody would ask me why I chose chartered accountancy as my profession, the answer is very simple. I was born on 31st March, the financial year end. So I am bound to be a chartered accountant, isn't it? But yes, the biggest challenge that I faced that I could never celebrate my birthday with my family, always being in office, closing the books. I would also cherish the beautiful moments that I had with my sister. She's 2 years elder to me. Her name is Lavi, lovely name. She is my best friend as well. She is now settled in Dehradun and she has 2 boisterous kids. With 14 hours of rigorous studies, I could manage to clear the chartered accountancy examination in first attempt. But there was some pessimism in my mind to give both the groups in first attempt because there was only 2 days of gap between my MBA examination and the CA examinations. My only source and very positive source of inspiration was my dad, who always said, Ankur, you can do it. Yes, you can do it, Ankur. And that is how I can sail through the tornado very smoothly. Talking about my work, I have mostly been with the hospitality industry, traveled in the GCC countries and within India. 6 years in GCC, including Dubai, and 6 years in India. I'm currently working with one of the US-based company looking for their finance operations in Bahrain. They have a group of hotels in USA. My career plane, which took off from Chennai in India, and now which has landed in Bahrain, has made a layover in Dubai, Gandhinagar, Mumbai, and Pune. Talking about my wife, Shruti, I would like to ask you a question. When you meet a girl for the first time for marriage proposal, what question would you ask? What are your hobbies? Do you like cooking? What are your interests? But I had a very unique question to ask her. Do you like stock markets? Yes. Do you like stock markets? And yes, the answer was, yes, I do. And here you go. I decided my mind. Here is the girl I would like to marry, because stock market is my first passion. I love stock market. Yes. So if A loves B and C also loves B, and B, which is a stock market, the bonding has to be real close. And here it was. I decided to marry Shruti Gupta. She is my wife. I have a boisterous kid, 6 years old daughter, Ravia. Her name means being worshipped. Her birthday is on 14th of January, which is a Makar Sankranti day, which is being celebrated as a kite festival in Gujarat. And the entire of Gujarat and the nation is being found on terrace, flying kites and having undiyu and jalebi, which is a very traditional dish in Gujarat. We are born in a middle class family, and we know the importance of each and every penny spent in life. So we have always lived our moment, but we also had some financial instabilities, which has helped to make us stronger in every strides of life. Now, talking about 3Ms, not the 3M company, but 3M for Ankur, which is markets, music, and my mom. These are the special interests which always keeps active in my life. Now, my title, Volatile Sprout, Sprout meaning Ankur, I have always been active on Facebook through Sprout Gupta. And as my life has been very volatile like stock market, I have kept my title, Volatile Sprout. Over to you, MC, and thank you all for the patience listening. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Ankur, for that wonderful icebreaker speech.
Thank you.
Moving on, our next speaker is speech crafter Arjun Sankar, with a speech title, The Outstanding Student. The Outstanding Student by speech crafter Arjun Sankar. Over to you, Arjun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun, for introducing me. I'm audible, right?
Yes, audible and visible. You can continue.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start my speech, I'd like to thank ICAP Toastmasters for giving me this opportunity to think about my Toastmasters ice-breaking topic and also share it with you. Just imagine, on a bright Monday morning, the 7th of February, 1994, a small, cute little baby boy was born in Kottayam Medical College. He was taken by the nurse and placed gently on a bed next to the bed where I was sleeping, because I was born on 6th and I was not cute. When I was born, the nurse took me and gave me to my father. All my relatives were very happy, but my father was literally crying because he wanted his second child, a girl child. So they named me Arjun, but they used to call me Ajuma. I was very innocent when I was young. Even I'm innocent now also, but I was very innocent when I was young. And I was an outstanding student. Believe me, I was an outstanding student. I was the first to reach the class. I always sit on the first bench. And my favorite subject, Hindi, was the first period every day. The Hindi teacher walks into the class, and the first thing she does is, Arjun, did you bring your parents to meet your principal? I'd say, no, ma'am. She replies me back, Arjun, please get out of the class. And I'd happily go out because I have never passed in Hindi. Things go along, and we had to move to Tamil Nadu for my brother's graduation. There again, fate played in my life. I had no other choice to choose Hindi as my second language. I had a crush in my 9th standard who is from Pune, who only knows Hindi. And I was regretting the thing that I don't know Hindi. And also, I used to go to a Pani Puri shop where he only knows Hindi and I don't know Hindi. So we played a Damsharaj game there. Egg plate, Pani Puri. We were playing Damsharaj. I decided I should learn Hindi. I called my Hindi friend Manish and asked him, hey Manish, it's so embarrassing, da. Can you please teach me how to ask for Pani Puri in Hindi? And he said, that's easy, da. Just ask him, egg plate Pani Puri de do bhaiya. Very confidently, I was learning how this speech, like I did the day before for this speech club. I went there confidently and I said, bhaiya, egg plate Pani Puri de do. And he replied me back. He was really shocked. And he replied me back, bhai, tu achhi Hindi bolte hai? And I was like, did I say something wrong? I didn't go back. I just canceled my Pani Puri and came back home. After clearing my 10th standard, I was with flying colors. Thanks to Hindi, where I got just 40 marks. I decided to go for commerce background. But my friend Manish called me and he said, hey, your crush has joined the science background, da. Why don't you join it? And I was like, yeah, of course, I'm going to join it. Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, sir, I have not practiced it.
No problem. You want to stop here or you want to continue?
Yeah, I want to start.
You can see and do it if you want.
No, ma'am, I have actually.
It's okay. You can read and do it, Arjun.
No problem, Arjun. Up to your convenience.
Can I do it in the last, if I'm allowed?
We'll see if time permits. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That was Arjun Sankar, the outstanding student. So moving on to the next speaker for the day, speech crafter Dilip Jain, with his speech title, The Spark of Motivation. The Spark of Motivation by speech crafter Dilip Jain. Over to you, Dilip.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Arun. Am I audible? Am I visible? I'm okay.
Yes, we can see you clearly and we can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. What is success? Well, there are many definitions, but there's one thing that all greats agree on. Success only comes by persevering despite failures. Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow speech crafters. My name is Dilip Jain, and I'm excited to present in front of you all my first ever icebreaker speech. I come from a Jain Marwadi family, originally from Rajasthan, but born and raised in Guwahati, Assam. Let me take you to my early days when I was in school. I was a below average student, very shy and introvert. Whereas my brother was very sharp, studious, and boisterous. He was not only good in his academics, but also in sports and other extracurricular activities. He is a year and a half elder to me, so when I was just promoted to my 10th grade, he was already expecting his board results. As he was amongst the toppers in the class, all of us, including my parents, had high hopes from him. But against all expectations, and to all our surprise, he didn't score well. My mom, being one of our teachers, was highly disappointed, as only she was recovering from her disappointment. Mother of my brother's friend called her only and only to make her realize that her son had scored much better than my brother. My mom became even more sadder. I saw my mom cry for the first time in my life. As the tears of disappointment were rolling out of her eyes, I promised to myself that I will not only score well in my boards, but also will top my school. Topping the state boards got out of question from me, being a very average student, so I didn't even aim for that. As the time passed and the pre-boards examinations came, I got very anxious and nervous because I was only aiming to come first in the school. My exams went terrible, and when the results were out, I could only manage to score just mere passing mark. I was devastated. I was depressed. I thought, forget about topping the school. I may not even pass my boards. I was sad. So were my parents. That day, my father came to me and said, "Look, son, nothing has gone wrong. Till now, nothing has gone wrong. No matter what you did in your entire school life, how bad or how poor you were in your pre-boards, what would only matter is how you scored in your finals. So if you commit today, not to me, but to yourself, that you would want to change all of our perception towards you, start fresh. You still have got 3 months of time to prepare and to achieve your goal of topping the school." At the end, he said one sentence. He said, "Son, look, we all know you have a very strong willpower and we all know you can do it." That's it. Those words from my father boosted my motivation to a whole next level. I was completely boosted and geared up my preparation for my boards. I appeared my exams with complete confidence and different approach. And guess what? I not only scored well, I topped my school. Also, I got a certificate of appreciation from Assam government for topping the school. My parents were full of pride. They said they never expected this out of me. And to top that year, the Assam government announced that whoever scored first division or more will get a computer from government of Assam. And I did it. I brought a computer. That was our first computer at home. So that spark of motivation, which was ignited by my father, was with me, and I carried it throughout my career. I became CA, and I am here today in Bahrain. So whoever I am today is because that motivation, which was ignited by my father, still is within me, and I pursue to carry it further. With that, I would like to conclude that whoever, no matter what you are today, you can still strive and pursue your dreams to become and achieve new heights, given you have a good support and good parents with all the support. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Speechcrafter Dilip Jain, for sharing that inspiring sharp spark of motivation. Our next speaker for the day, the fifth one, is Speechcrafter Gopal Ramnivas with his speech AC. AC by Speechcrafter Gopal Ramnivas. Over to you, Gopal.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear and see you. Go ahead.
Good morning, all Toastmasters, mentors, and my fellow sketchcrafters. Myself, CA Gopal Savar, and I choose the title of my speech as AC. The word AC normally you might have got confused with it. He might going to say something about air conditioner, but maybe you can consider it as the reverse word of the CA. Friends, superstar Amitabh Bachchan ji, he shares something with me. Zodiac sign, Libra. We both have the same zodiac sign. Amitabh Bachchan ji born one day after me. Amitabh Bachchan ji born on 11th October and I born on 10th October. Year is not that much important. So you can say Amitabh Bachchan ji is one day younger to me. I am from one of the smallest town of Maharashtra. It's Taluka Partur. It's near to Aurangabad district. I did my school education, friends, in one of the government school. That time it was one of the best school in my town. I can say, friends, like most of us sitting over here, I enjoyed my life to school during my school time. Still, we school friends are connected with each other on the WhatsApp group. We have the WhatsApp group of our all school friends. After completing 10th exam, I need to move to Aurangabad for higher education. My elder sister, she is MBBS doctor. I too want to become a doctor like her. But destiny has something else stored for me. Since I could not score the good marks into the 12th exam, I didn't get the admission into the medical college. So that time I was little in dilemma what to do now next thing into the life. Shall I? My father, he wanted me to join into the family business like my elder brother, but my mother, she wanted me to do a degree course because normally mothers, they expect their son to take some degree course. So she wanted me to take become some professional person.
Blur हो जाएगा.
One of my uncle, he's CA. He guided me, why you can't join for the CA course. Let us try it. So he himself registered for me for the CA Foundation course, and luckily I passed the CA Foundation easily. After passing the CA Foundation easily, I thought it will be a piece of cake for me to become a chartered accountant. In spite knowing that the CA is the test of the metal. Like CA Sandeep told, I started CA Foundation with IPL and finished completed the chartered accountant like a test match. So finally I became a chartered accountant in 2007. After completing my younger sister, actually she is also chartered accountant. After completing chartered accountant, I got opportunity to work with Deloitte Pune in taxation department. I got selected into the campus interview with them. Thereafter, I got married in 2009. My wife Amrita, she is also diploma in taxation. She is also from Aurangabad, where I was for 8 years during my for a higher education. But we had never met any time before during my 8 years of school. During my 8 years of school education in Aurangabad, it is totally arranged marriage converted into the love marriage. I worked with Deloitte for 2.5 years. Thereafter, I got an opportunity from Bahrain. I had never heard the country name Bahrain any time before in my life. So that time, actually, since I was recently married and my brother-in-law and younger sister both were working in Dubai, and working with Big Four, hardly I was getting any time for the family life. So I thought, okay, we'll take this opportunity. We'll go to the Bahrain country and we'll see how it is. Just live the life for 1-2 years. And based on this, thinking I will stay in Bahrain country, I come here for 1-2 years. Now for me, friends, it's 10 years I'm in Bahrain country. Currently, I'm working as a finance controller in silver company. We became from 2 to 4 in Bahrain country. God has blessed us with a very talkative daughter, Kavya. She is 8 years old. And naughty son, Arush, he is 6 years old. At the end, friends, why I choose the topic AC. A, acceptance, and C, consistency. By choosing this topic, I want to remind myself we should always be flexible with whatever the changes the life bring to us, and should always be consistent in our duty which life wants us to do it. Believing one factor, the destiny has something good planned for us. Thank you very much, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster. Thank you. Sorry, over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Speech Crafter Gopal, for that excellent delivery of AC. Now moving on to our sixth speaker for the day, speech crafter Dr. Nidhi Rathod with a speech, Treasure Trove. Treasure Trove by speech crafter Dr. Nidhi Rathod. Over to you, Nidhi.
Thank you. Good morning. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, we can see and hear you clearly. Kindly proceed.
Thank you. Yeah. Can anybody of you tell me the meaning of my name, Nidhi?
Wealth.
Treasure. Yeah, very correct. Thank you. When I was about to be born, a lot of good things happened to my parents, professionally and personally. So they named me the treasure of their life, Nidhi. Good morning to all the distinguished guests, Toastmasters, and my dear speech crafters. I am Dr. Nidhi Pallab Rathod. I belong to the beautiful land of Maharajas, forts, puppets, sand dunes, to the beautiful pink city of Jaipur, Rajasthan. It did not matter how big our house was, but we had a lot of love in it. My father had a transferable job, and therefore we were a nuclear family of 4 people, my parents, my elder sister, and myself. My parents gave us almost everything we required, probably much more than that, but then they taught us how to value every little thing that was given to us and how we could survive in every situation. Owing to his transferable job, we moved to a new place almost every 2 years. I had the opportunity of seeing a lot of places, meeting a lot of people, knowing a lot of languages. Other than my mother tongue, I am conversant with Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, and I can manage a little bit of Telugu as well. As a student, I was good in academics, but I was never interested in studying. I wanted to do other things. I had a very boisterous attitude, probably because we were 2 sisters and I was considered the boy of the house. I wanted to play, I wanted to paint, I wanted to explore new things. Here, I would like to just give a disclaimer that if anybody of you wants me as a paid guide for a shopping spree to Jaipur, I am always available. I can see the sparkle in all the females on board and also a little bit of tension in the males in case their spouse is listening. Are Baba, abhi shopping nahi karne ki hai. My mother managed somehow to get me across class 10 and 12. Then one day she came and told me, बेटा अब graduation कर लो, एक अच्छा लड़का मिल जाएगा, शादी करके settle हो जाना. Then that means that she said, in case you graduate, it would be good because you'll be able to live a happily married life. Somehow at that point of time, I became wise, better sense prevailed, and then I suddenly started becoming good in education. Then I scored a university merit position in graduation. I have done double post-graduation, and finally, I have a PhD in the field of management, more specifically in the field of corporate governance. During college, I met the treasure of my life, my husband. He now is the CEO of HDFC Bank, and we are in Bahrain for the last 5 years. Our joint treasure is our 15-year-old son named Gunaditya. He was a very active participant of Gavel's Club in his school, and therefore he always guides me. He was the happiest person when I joined this program, and he always guides me and asks me after session, Mama, did you have a counter? Did you have a grammarian? You don't worry. I'll tell you how to write on ice-breaking speech or how you should speak on table topics. Professionally, I had been working as assistant professor in leading universities in India for 9 years before we moved here to Bahrain. Now I am fully into content writing, into academic research, and into faculty development programs. Recently, a case of mine won an international competition where we stood first, but the case was in India only. Other hobbies include reading, include watching cricket, and I am probably one of the biggest fans of Amitabh Bachchan on the face of this earth. Why? Because of his never say die attitude, how he challenges the change, but not the challenge itself. Like my name, I am sure we have all got treasures to cherish. Treasures might not be diamonds and gold every time. They may be good health, they may be blessings, they may be a contented life. And I'm sure the pandemic has taught us what is the most important treasure in our life today. Thank you so much for making me a part of this program. Happy weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Over to you, MC. Thank you.
Thank you, speech crafter Nidhi, for
Thank you
revealing
so
that
much.